Hello, welcome back to How to Learn Riichi Mahjong Part 2. Today we're gonna learn about Yakus. Yakus are basically the hands that you need or to complete to win a hand. There are actually 50-something, 60-something Yakus that is for Riichi Mahjong, and you need to complete at least one of them to complete your hand. And today we're gonna learn few very basic ones, so everyone can kind of try them out. And we'll learn about opening our hand and closing our hand, just to kind of, because it also involves with Yaku. So opening your hand and closing your hand, what does that mean? If you don't open up your hand will probably look like this. If you do open up your hand, let's say you have something like this, and then you call for the 2 chi, and then you call for the hand. Then this will be your closed hand. This hand will be on your side. So you now have opened your hand. Open meaning you called for a tile. You can call chi for the run, or you can call pawn for the triples. So let's say I called pawn, I called chi, and now my hand looks like this. So the first thing we're gonna try is called Tanya, also known as all simple. It's very, very simple for Tanya. So it's a hand composed of only inside numbers. So inside numbers are any numbers that does not involve 1 or 9. So in Mahjong terms, 1 or 9, it's called terminal tiles, terminal numbers, because they are either at the very first or very last. So these are terminal tiles. The any numbers through 2, 3, 8, that is the inside number. So if your hand is only consist of 2 through 8, that will qualify for Tanya. So I'll give you an example. So let's start with 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we'll have 8, 8 as our headpiece. And then let's give another 5, 6, 7, and then 3, 4. So this would be Tanya hand. So you can see 8, 8 is your headpiece. 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4. As you can see, all the tiles that you have are inside numbers, and you are waiting for 2 and 5. And when you do draw it, you call it sumo. When you do call it from other person's discard, you ron them. Ron. Yakuhai. Yakuhai is very simple. We saw the dragon tiles and wind tiles in the first video. This is the wind tile, east, wind. And then this is south, west, and then north. Then this blank tile is white dragon. This is green dragon. I will move the winds here. And then this is the red dragon, because it's red. And so Yakua is very simple. Let's say if you have a hand that is green dragon Yakuhai. So how do you have green dragon Yakuhai? You just have to have 3 of them, and that's it. Honestly, having the 3 honor tiles, these are called honor tiles. The winds and the dragons are called honor tiles. If you have 3 of one of them, basically you will achieve Yakuhai. Winds, more tricky with winds, but with the dragon, if you have 3 green dragon, you got a Yakuhai. You got a 3 red dragon, you got a Yakuhai. You got 3 white dragon, you got a Yakuhai. It doesn't matter. This would be your Yakuhai. So what is your Yaku for this hand? Is the green dragon. That's your Yaku. Now with the winds, it becomes a little trickier. So there is north, there is south, there is east, and west. In Mahjong games, instead of round 1, round 2, round 3, we use the round east, round south. So there is the round wind and there is a seat wind. So instead of saying player 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say this is the table. Little ditto friend is the table. Then this is the seat. So instead of calling player 1, 2, 3, 4, we're calling them player east, player west, player north, player south. And this, every round, it rotates. So if you're playing the east game, then east will always be relevant to you. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in the north player seat or the south player seat, west player seat. If you're playing east game, the east is always relevant, just like the dragon. Let's say you're playing south game, then the south game during the south round, the south wind will be relevant and not east. And for dealer is always east as well. So then when do you use west or north? If you are sitting west seat or north seat or south seat, then these winds actually become relevant and becomes Yaku. So for example, we have our example hand here, 666, 555, 567, 22 is our headpiece here. Let's say we're playing east game and you're sitting on south. Well, if you have 2 east like this and achieve the 3rd east, then this becomes your Yaku because it's the east game and you achieve the east wind game Yaku. So we learned about all simple. We learned about Yaku. We will then learn something very simple as Lychee. Lychee actually, it does not involve with any of the rule set that I've presented to you. So what you have is 666, 555, 789, 23, and then 22. In this hand, you have not achieved the Yakus that I told you before, right? Because of the terminal tile here, it's not all simple, and there's no honor tiles, so you don't have any Yaku. But when your hand is ready in this position, you can call for Lychee, and then every round when you draw tiles, it will auto discard. Unless it's the tile that you're waiting for. In this case, we're waiting for 1 man and 4 man here. Unless we draw these 2 tiles, any other tiles we draw will be auto discarded. Because you cannot improve your hand when you call Lychee. You locked in. You cannot touch your hand whatsoever. And that's how you achieve Lychee. Basically, Lychee is just calling out that your hand is ready and you lock in the hand and you cannot improve your hand. But the most important thing to keep in mind is that in order to do Lychee, you cannot open your hand beforehand. Lychee is, you can only call Lychee when your hand is closed. You cannot call Lychee when your hand is open. You'll be like, oh, but you know, I just called for 1 and like rest of this is closed. Can I still call Lychee? No, you cannot do that. Once it's open, you cannot do it strictly. You cannot be, just the 1. No, you can't. Alright, the last Yaku that we're going to talk about is Pinfu. This one is a little bit more trickier than the Yaku, which involves with the honor tiles. Or the all simple, which is just the inside number 2 to 8 and no terminal numbers. Pinfu is basically a run with a headpiece. So here, what I have is Pinfu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 2, 2. 2, 2 is our headpiece here. These are the runs. No triplets. And our last waiting tile needs to be side weights here. So 7, 8. So we're waiting for 6 and 9. This qualifies for pinfu. But if we have 8, 9 here, this is a single wait because we are only waiting for 7. This will not qualify for pinfu. Same with 7, 9. This is called closed wait. We're waiting for 8 man tile in the middle, like a sandwich. This will not qualify for pinfu. It needs to be side waits, 6 and 9. And so this, if you get like this would look what the pinfu hand. And for pinfu, you can also involve honor tiles. So no dragons. No dragons can be the headpiece. And even for the winds, it cannot be your seat wind. So let's say currently you're sitting on west. You cannot have 2 west as your headpiece because you're sitting on your west. So let's say, just like I said, you're sitting on the west and it's the east round. So you cannot have east, you cannot have west. But let's say you have north. How is that? You're sitting on west seat. The game is east game. North, this is not the seat wind. This is not the round wind. So this can be the headpiece and this can be pinfu. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And you're waiting for the side weights. 6 and 9. This can be pinfu. And also pinfu, you cannot call for the tile. If you have, let's say, if you called for 1, you say chi. And you did that. Your hand is now open. This cannot be pinfu, just like Lychee. You know, Lychee, you cannot have open hand. Just like Lychee, pinfu cannot have open hand as well. So it needs to be closed hand, and you cannot open your hand.
Mahjong Pog.
Oh, thank you. So the two big thing is that side weights, and it has to be a run. It has to be closed. And then for the pair, for the headpiece, it cannot be the game round, or it cannot be the round wind, or it cannot be the seat wind. So it cannot be, probably it cannot be east, and whichever the seat wind that you're sitting on, with, you know, we for this example we said it was west. It cannot be east or west for this example. Let's say you're sitting on north seat, then it cannot be north, but it can be west. So that would be the example of pinfu. So these are the very basic of Yakus for Lychee Mahjong. We learned Riichi, pinfu, Tanya, which is all simple, and Yaku, which involves with the honor tiles. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.